Greetings, YouTube. This is Fragments of Memory, aka the Armchair Philosopher. I was on Facebook today, and this vid right here is a response to a comment I read, posted by a YouTuber by the name of the Ghetto Serrano, Testizel, Stop and Stare. And he was just talking about the whole Hurricane Isaac thing. Now, a little background on the YouTuber Testizel or Testizel. He's from like the Louisiana. He's from originally from Louisiana, and he was just talking about like how a lot of his people are down there and they're experiencing a lot of trouble with the Hurricane Isaac. And he was just saying, well, side note before I continue, pray for him. Just send your prayers, pray for his family, and pray for his people that are down there. Um, and just send your thoughts to that gentleman. But one of the things he said is he got into a conversation. I won't give it verbatim, but he was just talking about how the person said, "These people that live in these flood areas, why don't they just move?" And Angelo Ghetto Serrano basically said, "Look, these people don't have money to just pick up and move into a motel for God knows how long. These people are poor, or they're working poor, or they might just be not in a financial situation where they can just bounce when the weather turns bad. And where would they move? It's not like they have contacts elsewhere. They may or may not. This may be the only place they know is home. And with what money? Again, economics comes into major play with this. What the person that made the statement of why don't they just move, this person must have been privileged. And unfortunately, those that are privileged to have certain things, it's very simple to say, hey, just do this and everything will be okay. Or the person that isn't experiencing what the other people are experiencing may be able to offer some insight, but they themselves couldn't handle it if they were in the exact situation. So on that one, I can understand his anger and his indignation towards that individual. And it got me to thinking, how privileged are we as Americans when we look at the plight of people in other countries and then we arrogantly try to solve their problems, knowing good and damn well we're not in the mix of what they're in. And I'm sure that if we were in that same mix, we couldn't handle it as well as they are handling it. Even when it seems that things are grim for them, it could be possibly worse for us. So it's all about perspective. And I believe that I believe Atticus Finch said it best. Atticus Finch was a character in the novel To Kill a Mockingbird. He says, "You never know a man until you put on his skin and run around in it," which basically says, if you're not in this person's situation, you can't put your 2 cents in and say, "Oh, I know better," especially in a natural disaster, because who personally decides, I'm going to move here and I know there's going to be a natural disaster. No one thinks about natural disasters when they go move to a place. They might worry about the crime level in their area. They may worry about how can they afford to pay for the living space. But they're not thinking, what if a tornado comes through here? What if a tidal wave just blows through? Folks, we are on the earth, and we are subject to natural disasters no matter where we are. If you're here in the Midwest like me, we have tornadoes. You in Cali, you probably got to worry about earthquakes. You somewhere else, you got to worry about. We even have flooding here too because we're by 2 rivers. If you go somewhere else, you might have to worry about fires. Go somewhere else, you might have to worry about frostbite. The earth is a wonderful place. It's also a dangerous place too. So don't make a dumb comment about just move. That's not as simple as that. So again, sometimes the privileged ones that may have been blessed to be able to have the finances to go move wherever they want to, and it not hurt them financially, good for you. But for those of us who do not have those resources, I advise those privileged folk to just shut up. And that's my 2 cents. Thank you very much.